So, how long will the battery pack last for? What's the warranty on these batteries? And should I get my battery replaced after 3 years? These are some of the concerns that people have about electric vehicles, battery packs, and their lifelong health. I mean, I get it, right? EVs are booming in India right now, and many people have these concerns. And no, not everybody is okay to deal with a degrading battery health. Here I am with a new video explaining what's exactly the state of health of a battery, and should you actually be concerned so much about the battery health and getting it replaced after 3-4 years of use. So keep watching the video till the end to know more. So let's not waste any more time. This is Pawan and I insist tech. Let's get started. What exactly is battery health? Simply think about it like this. You charge your battery up to 100% and your vehicle's range is some 100 kilometers. And practically while riding in the real world, if you do get 98 to 100 kilometers, then your battery is performing at its full health. That is 100% SOH. SOH stands for state of health. Now think of this. You charge your vehicle up to 100% and your vehicle reaches some 100 kilometers again. But you only end up getting like 78 to 80 kilometers for that full charge. Then your battery has deteriorated a bit and now the SOH is around 80%. And keep in mind, this drop in health doesn't happen over a day or a week or even a month. This happens slowly as your EV ages over a course of few years. Same thing applies to your phone. Your phone won't last a full day when it comes to its charge holding capacity if your phone is some 3 to 4 years old, or if you're a power user, this happens even earlier, say 2 years or 3 years. This is why exactly EV manufacturers give you battery warranties to keep you reassured. Two-wheelers usually get 3 to 5 years or 50,000 kilometers of battery warranty, and four-wheelers get 8 years in general or some 2 lakh kilometers of battery warranty. And usually in this generation, people do change their cars every 8 to 10 years. Or even sooner in some cases. Now remember, this is a very natural and a slow process because for the batteries to store energy, there are a few chemicals involved. Here are a few factors that impact battery health directly or indirectly. First, of course, there is time. As your EVs age, the software might age well, but the battery doesn't really age that well. You might lose anywhere from 2 to 5% of capacity on an average per year. This happens due to literal physical changes inside the battery. And also the degradation of the battery is not that linear as many people might think. As in, you won't lose the same amount of health every year. The curve looks something like this. There is a considerable initial drop, then there is a slower decline, and finally at the end of the life, the drop is even larger. There's a battery degradation calculation tool on this site where you can check this curve for many EV models. Do check it out. I'll leave a link in the description box below. Then there are temperature extremes. If there is more temperature inside your EV, then there will be a lot of heat losses, and that is nothing but energy wasted out as excess amount of heat. And if this keeps happening over time consistently, then your battery's health is gonna be degrading at a little faster pace than usual. So I recommend not to break your head if you are getting low range and you do live in a blistering hot city. The third factor is always keeping your battery's SOC too high or too low. I think I'm repeating this the 100th time. You should never charge your batteries, or at least avoid charging your batteries above 80% and avoid discharging your batteries under 20%. Because charging your batteries and keeping them always at its full limit is just gonna add unnecessary pressure on it, and that will lead to heat loss. And also discharging it too much will again push the battery to run the load at its potential with the low voltage of the battery. So if you keep the batteries charged under 80% and above 20% most of the time, then you should be good and you should be able to maintain the battery's health optimally. The next factor is frequent fast charging, aka passing high currents. High currents is always not a good thing for your battery's overall health. Fast charging should solely be done when you need, or in case you just have to top up your battery when you're on a run. Fast charging just disrupts the usual flow of chemical reactions and forces them to happen at a faster pace, which just leads to more heat losses, and that will result in a faster degrading battery over time. So here is a nice visualization of how EVs used under the most extreme conditions perform in terms of their battery health. Finally, an obvious one, the amount of usage. So this is not something that you should be concerned about a lot. See, surely the more battery energy you use on a daily basis, the faster that it's gonna lose some of its capacity, but there's a catch. Your EV is probably losing more of its energy just sitting on idle in your parking lot than driving it however it is supposed to be driven. EVs lose some of their charge by just sitting in a parking lot because there is always some kind of systems in the background consuming some power, and there are natural physical losses. So if you actually drive your electric vehicle every single day, you're at least using that capacity to go some kilometers, and using it properly will also be helpful for your pockets. So in conclusion, do you have to get your battery packs replaced after 3 to 5 years of usage? No bro, you don't have to do it, because yeah, I agree that your vehicle is gonna give you a little bit of less range, but I don't think it's gonna be a huge deal breaker for most of the average city riders out there. So yeah, that was the whole point of this video, to let you guys know not to have so many concerns about getting an EV in the Indian market. So that was about the video then. If you ended up liking the whole video, don't forget to leave a like. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. As always, this is Pawan signing out.